Hi, it's Alisa from The Ripple Effect. Happy Thursday. A question that I have been asking myself this week, and I wanted to share with you and get your thoughts, give you something to ponder with what I'm pondering. My question is, what do we do in the space between not knowing something and knowing something? That space of uncertainty, that space of waiting on an answer, the space of what do you do with that? So if you're waiting on an answer from somebody, or you're waiting on whatever it is, something that you really want, and you're doing your best to make it happen, or it's a matter of just waiting. I've been asking myself, what can I do or not do? What can I think to myself? What can I do? Whether it's an activity or a thought or both or something, to really make my experience of that space between not knowing and knowing, what can I do to not torture myself, to again make it as comfortable as possible, and also do what I can to promote, if you will, the best outcome. And my first thought is, I have no idea. I have no idea. What do you do? What do you do, especially if it's something, really near and dear to your heart? What do you do in that space? And then, I spend a lot of time thinking and feeling and meditating on that. And I really feel like I get these questions and these thoughts based on whatever's going on in my life, and that's why I post these videos, is to share with you what I'm working on and what comes to me, and maybe something I figured out or something that someone else helped me with that really helped me feel better or resolve something, and how nice, to share with you if it might help you as well. So as I've been, doing my pondering and thinking about, what is a really positive way of dealing with that space, and I just come back to nothing, meaning I choose to not torture myself about it, even though I do a little sometimes or a lot sometimes. I tend to be a thinker, and I think about, what I want, and maybe that resonates with you. But I think ultimately, or I really feel ultimately, when we're posed with that space, which I think we're posed with that a lot, I think that's a big life lesson for most or all of us, is let it go. And I don't mean let it go, don't care about it. I don't mean let it go, ignore something that's important. I'm talking about allowing ourselves that space to be peace, to be pleasant, maybe even joyful, but definitely to stop torturing ourselves with the what ifs. And let's just stop doing that. I'm really not going to do that to myself anymore, and I hope you don't either. So my ultimate stance is in the space between, wanting to know something, or wanting something to happen, and either not knowing something and waiting for that knowledge to come in, the answer to come in, or whatever it is, fill in the blank. I think if we consciously choose to give it to God, universe, spirit, with that faith and trust, which I know is easier said than done, and if we can, myself included, just let it really go with that faith and just shift our thinking and our energy and our focus to something that is so much more positive for our experience, I I really feel like that's the ticket. That's the optimal stance for number one, our our best well-being, and two, I think that gives the energy the opportunity for it to work in our favor. But at the most basic, simplest level, I really feel like it's for our peace of mind, comfort, physical and mental well being, which we are so worth. So, with that, this was my pondering of the day, sharing with you what I've come to. I'd always love to hear your thoughts and comments, and we're in this together. And I wish you a beautiful, happy Thursday, a happy weekend, all the very best. And I look forward to talking with you next week. Take care.